I decided to revisit Miller Falls in the heart of the summer for the first time, hoping to see it surrounded by lush green foliage. The water was looking surprisingly good, but the real surprise came from an unexpected source. A family of ducks suddenly erupted into a chorus of quacks as they slipped away along the bank. Had they stayed silent, I probably wouldn't have even known they were there. The sun wasn't high in the sky as it tends to be when I shoot waterfalls, but it was directly behind me, making the polarizer rather ineffective. So I focused on shooting across the falls, where it had more of an effect, being closer to 90 degrees to the sun. Rather than repeating the same images I've captured in previous visits, I focused on trying to come up with some fresh compositions. As it turned out, finding new perspectives wasn't that difficult.
We're going to leave those falls behind. The water is actually surprisingly warm, which was nice because, well, cooler would have been nice because today's a scorcher. And the rocks are pretty slippery though. So one of the tricks I was using the tripod as a third leg to kind of navigate across. And then makes it safer. I don't drop equipment. But I think I came away with some interesting, some different stuff there. I was using 3-stop and a polarizer. And then for the tighter shots, because the water is moving across the frame quicker, I was just using the polarizer to hit that slower shutter speed to get that nice look. I think the pano, the black and white, ouch, thorns, I think. Yeah, I think the pano, the black and white one, I think is probably gonna be my favorite. We'll see. So I'm gonna head to the trails that I was thinking about going to in the last week's video. It's actually that ball field is where the kids umping today. And again, it's super duper hot, but it might just be burning calories, but we'll see if there's anything neat in those trails. And that's without the humidity feeling like, I think it's supposed to feel like 40-ish. So nothing so far other than mosquitoes. Every so often I'm putting Merlin on, the bird identifying app, and just there's a lot of calls, and I don't know any of them, but there's a cedar waxwing out there somewhere. It might be neat to photograph if I can find it. But when I came in to drop the kid off, there's water in behind here, and I saw an eagle come down into the water and carry something off. Obviously I was driving, so no picture, no photo, and I don't know where he would have went off to. It was he went up at a high angle and he flew off in distance. He's probably pretty far away, but I'm gonna keep going and explore and see if there's anything to shoot here. But it's definitely hot. Well, I was walking this way because down here, according to the map, is water, but that's overgrown, and I am getting chewed alive by mosquitoes. Like, I'm killing 2 with one single slap. Way too much exposed skin. But there's slightly more open woods here, but I can't stop because I'm gonna get chewed alive. Let's see what's on the other side if we decide to continue. I don't do a whole lot of woodland photography. A, we don't have very good woods here for it, and B, I find it very hard, A, to find a composition that's worth shooting. But this is like line across, and then this tree straight up, and then mosquito bites. Yeah.
I figured I still had a little blood left to donate, so I ventured into the woods to see if I could capture a sunburst through the trees. To get a well-defined burst, I stopped the lens down to f16, which meant bumping the ISO up. I'd been shooting around 1 second at f11 earlier on the tripod. I also decided to shoot handheld, finding the perfect spot for the sunburst is challenging enough, and stopping to set up a tripod would have given the mosquitoes all the time they need to completely drain me. Were the images worth the days of itching that followed? Maybe not. But I have to admit, those sunbursts turned out pretty nice. But the forest was much more cluttered on the computer than what I remembered in the field.
Fuck me. I hike at a pretty good pace considering what I have on my back. And I was just slapping mosquitoes left, right, and center. Get back to the car. Google, are mosquitoes attracted to sweat? Yes, highly attracted to sweat. That makes sense because I'm like glistening. But yeah, I'm done. It's way too hot. And there's nothing out there. And if there is, I'm going to get chewed to death. I'm going to feel these. So wait for this game to end. Grab a nice bevy. Get a cold shower. And call her. Anywho, we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll get to go somewhere and it's not tied to a baseball game. Cheers.